played in perpetuating some of these narratives, and I say that as a media professional myself, but also speaking to you, you work in the media as well too. So how much have we contributed to the problem?
I think the media is a big problem, right? First of all, there are so many more great stories that we could be talking about, and a lot of it is, it's like the headline. You're gonna put a headline that you know, anytime you have Caitlin Clark's name and Angel Reese's name, or even Sheryl Swoopes, and people are going to click on it. And a lot of it to me is clickbait. But I do think the media as a whole, we have to do a much better job of really talking about the game, like the real game and what's going on. Listen, I've talked to Angel, and I've said to Angel, you need to work on X, Y, and Z. And Angel receives that criticism. And Angel, I will say this, she works on her game. Let me rewind for a second.
Absolutely.
When the season first started this year, everybody, and I mean everybody, was coming for Angel because she wasn't playing very well, she wasn't scoring. And now the last, I'm gonna say 5-6 games, she's probably averaging a double-double, and the media is quiet. So why can't we give her the same praise that we give other players, right? Why? If you're gonna critique her,
yes.
You should also praise her.
Absolutely.
And as a former athlete, we also have to be prepared and be ready to accept the things that the media is gonna come with, that the media is gonna say, because we're not perfect. And that's the thing I think people tend to forget. Like, we're human. And we're gonna make mistakes. We're not gonna always be perfect. And I know Angel she'll post stuff and she'll say, I'm okay, I'm great. But I will sit here and tell you, like, it hurts, because she's human. And that's the only thing I ask, is to be fair. I wanted one example.
Okay.
So I think it was the first game when Chicago played at Indiana. And it was all over the media, because people were saying that when Angel was at the free throw line, they were making monkey noises, calling her out of her name. It was just an ugly environment, right? So the game's over. Well, the foul with Caitlin and Angel,
yes.
right? That blew up social media.
Yes.
So I responded, and I said, I'm not mad at the foul that Caitlin gave Angel.
Right.
Because growing up, I was taught you don't give up an easy layup.
That's right.
So I wasn't mad about the foul. The thing that I was like, I thought it was a flagrant. Refs called it a flagrant. It is what it is. But my thing was, if that's how you're gonna foul her, and it was a good foul, you should have done that. Like, don't play innocent. Okay?
You said it, I did it.
I know, and here's why I
But
say
I'm aligned.
Here's why I say this. Because there are a lot of players that will do that.
Yes.
Right? You're gonna foul, it's a hard foul, but then you wanna pretend or act like you didn't do it. And so it makes a whole headline. So I was on a podcast, and it was Gil's Arena. So it's me and 3 former NBA players. And the conversation was, well, Angel has to handle herself better in the media. And my question was, what do you mean? So they didn't like the way she answered a reporter's question. The reporter said, Angel, what did you think about the foul? Her response was this. It was a basketball play, refs called it, move on. And so they thought that she should have answered it differently, and I don't know how. So I said, listen, first of all, you lost the game. You got beat by 30. You didn't play very well. And in the arena, they're making monkey noises and calling you all kinds of things. How would you have handled the media in that instance? Even as a man. So like, you can't sit here and tell me that you've never had a moment after a game where you were just like, I don't really want to be here, I don't want to talk. We've all been there. So just like you give other players grace, can we extend just a little bit of grace grace to Angel Reese as well.
I agree.